Louisiana Beer Reviews Special Edition Black Chocolate Stout Revisited. This is from Brooklyn Brewery. It's a limited release. They sell it from December till March, during the wintertime. And it is 10% alcohol. It's an imperial stout. It's been on the market for years. I reviewed it 11 years ago. 11 years ago, brewed by the Brooklyn Brewery in Brooklyn, New York, and Utica, New York. Now, in Utica, it's being contract brewed by FX Matt Brewery, and I toured that brewery. Except the day we toured, they didn't have their bottling and canning line running. It was a down day for them, but that's a regional brewery. All right, and they do a lot of brewing for Brooklyn. There's a code, guys, but I can't read it. It's indecipherable. All right, anyway, $2.99 at Total Wine and More. So 3 times 6 is 18, and if you get a 6-pack, it's $17.99. So it's the same price, single or 6-pack. I think I saw some company online selling this for $13.99 a 6-pack. I'd jump on that. Total Wine, usually they charge a good deal more for a single versus a 6-pack, but whatever the case, this time they didn't. Okay, so there's the new label with all the chocolate swirls. It doesn't contain chocolate, as I originally believed. It just has dark malts that taste chocolatey. All right, so we get a pretty thick beige head. Now, a few years ago, we reviewed a 2016 bottling. My friend David brought a bottle over. The old label, the black and gold label. So I've had it solo once and a duo review twice. This is the third time I've had it in my life. Beige head, extremely dark brown appearance, basically black. I do miss their Monster, that barley wine style ale. Yeah. The Monster was great, but it hasn't been made since 2012. 2012, it was 10%. Okay. Let's go with the nose. Dark red. Well, brown bread crust. It's almost like a licorice note, not chocolate. Like if I smell this, I'm not thinking chocolate. No, I'm not. It's sort of a licorice note. Strange. I haven't been totally in love with some of the Brooklyn beers I've been trying, like the 2022 Black Ops 4 Roses edition was nasty. Like I drank 4. We had 4 500 milliliter cans, and I did a solo, then a revisit, and we did a duo. Then I did a follow-up on, I think, my alternative channel, Anti-War. It was just nasty every time. I mean, like, not that it was sort of not that great. It was just nasty. It tasted bad, and we gave it a D every time. I mean, I could drink it. I finished it. It was thoroughly unpleasant. I don't know what happened with that. I'm not in love with bourbon barrel-aged beers, okay? But, I mean, here's an example. I did Bourbon County brand Stout 2022, and I gave it a 100 out of 100. Not a D. And, I don't know, even the Brooklyn Lager wasn't tasting so great lately. But really lately, we don't really get Brooklyn beers around here anymore. Every now and then, around New Orleans, I'll find one stray bottle. Maybe a 12-pack of something. But to say I find Brooklyn beers commonly, no. It's faded. It's really faded. It's like not as bad as Red Hook, which is gone, or Shipyard, which is gone. But, I mean, from here, or, I could just keep naming Great Lakes and so many others. It smells pretty good, but I'm not going to sit here and say it smells great because it doesn't. It's like a pungent sourness to it. A smokiness. FX Matt also contract brews the Mississippi Mud Black and Tan, which we don't get in Louisiana. It comes in a quart bottle. I think the headquarters of Mississippi Mud is in Mississippi, but it's just an office. You know, it's not a brewery. Who could be coming out of somebody's house, could be an office in their house, but it's contract brewed in Utica, New York. Huh? It's wild. It's a really nice brewery tour, though. And we got some awesome pizza. A pizza joint. About a half a mile from the brewery. Amazing pizza. Ate on it for days. Didn't refrigerate it. It was 44 degrees during the day up there in the summer. Kept it in the trunk and never went back. This might change. Like, I'm not tracking year for year. The 2016, that was like 5 years old, 4 years old. 2012 was 11 years ago. And now, here is whatever year. I'm thinking 2022, but like I say, I can't figure out the date, guys. It doesn't even look like a Julian code. It's just like some in-house code. It's roasted malt. No chocolate. Little sour beer. Like, you know how like you sometimes get that with Guinness. Apparently, we don't know that definitively, but apparently Guinness uses some sour beer in their blend for Guinness Extra Stout and maybe the others. Body. High medium. It's got a little viscousness to it. Mostly dry finish. It's a hard one to figure out. Bitterness. Yeah, maybe from the char more than hops. Like 3.5 out of 5 hop cones. Sweetness is low. This is a dry stout. 2 out of 5 sugar cubes, if that. I think part of the problem I'm having with this is that so many craft beers now I'm tasting are sugar bombs. It's got to be chocolate cherry imperial stout, or hazelnut imperial stout, or coffee barrel aged cocoa imperial stout. Artificial flavor or otherwise, or banana coconut IPA, and it gets to be all of that, and so your mind can't even get around something that's not sugar sweet like a dessert, like you're eating a donut from Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'. So then you drink an imperial stout that's not sweet, you'd be like shocked, you know. And it's probably not that it's something wrong with it, it's that it's something wrong with you, like you've been so conditioned with these sugary things. And it doesn't matter whether they macro, middle cro, micro, it's so predominant today. Everything's like a pastry item, sort of like that. So, if it's dry, your first instinct is to be against it. I'm speaking from my viewpoint, you understand? I'm not speaking from yours. You might not be dealing with all of these. And I don't really, but to be fair to me, what I'm saying is I don't go to the store and buy beers in a pattern or according to a pattern. It's just random. You understand? I'm just saying, ooh, look at this. they crazy with that price. You know, I put it back. Oh, it might be good. You know, stuff like that. It's just like normal shopping. When they had the crash, and I was able to buy 11 different craft beers for 99 cents in pint cans. So yeah, I bought them. Was there a design behind it? Yeah, to get them for 99 cents. I was just grabbing whatever. No preference. I don't even know what's in the collection. Except I've been trying to do, going through it and say, oh, do the IPAs first because you want the hops to be fresh. But beyond that, I know one set of pickle beer, a beer with pickle juice, because you know you need that in your life. I think I was going to judge it harsh at first. I'm still not going to judge it easy per se. It reminds me of the Black Ops in some way, in many ways. Many ways. I think there's a commonality with Black Hops in this. I think Black Hops is a higher percentage alcohol version of it, of this. Probably very similar ingredients, if not the same. And then it's done in the whiskey barrels for, well, I think they said a year. They're collaborating with Four Roses right now. They had done a different company earlier. And they'll probably branch off to somebody else next time, maybe Wild Turkey, or who knows. Does the fact that they're contracting it out to Utica, I don't know if I'm getting a Brooklyn bottle or Utica, okay? Now when I wiped the condensation off the code, then the paint came off. So now I can't read it. But I think I see a U 3002. It's probably the 300th day of 2022 at Utica. That's probably what that is. I don't know that. But that's probably a good guess. Do I think contracting out hurt it? I doubt that. I mean, look, there's a lot of belief by people that if they send it out to contract that it's going to be inferior. I mean, it could happen, but I think most of these people, that's all they do. They just say, give us the recipe and we're going to do it. A recipe is an algorithm. If you follow it, it should come out right. Kansas City Southern coming. So final assessment. No chocolate. And I recall in 2011 chocolate. I recall the 2016 old version, you know, the old bottle. Yeah. Chocolate. None now. Just like it's more like a char than a chocolate, like a dark roast, very dark roasted malt. So it's almost like you burnt the brownies, you know, like you made brownies, but they kind of burnt a little bit. It sounds terrible what I'm saying, like I'm saying this beer is bad. It's not bad. I personally think, because it has to be personally, because I'm only reviewing my own beer, doing my own beer reviews, right? So I think Narwhal is a good deal better. Can barely find that, if I can find it. I think the Old Rasputin is better, lower ABV, right? 9%. They just got a more like a brighter flavor to them. This is like a downbeat flavor. I do like it. I would buy it again, not anytime soon, but down the road if I see a bottle or a can, if they make the pint cans, I'll buy it. Not the greatest lacing. It's similar to that Black Ops in the lacing. Got a much better aroma than that Black Ops 4. Well, much better everything. That thing was just, whew, that was bad. And I don't buy too many bad beers. I almost never run across a bad beer, but it's like I'm trying to make the score higher. Like, I don't know, for sentimental reasons or something. It's nice in a sense, or to an extent. I'm gonna go with 90 because I don't know if I'm confused about it or something, but I'm gonna say 90. It's good, it's excellent, but excellent for $2.99 a bottle. I don't know, man. I could find a lot of other beers. I could find many other beers that are either this price per 12 ounce or less that'll score higher than 90. Yeah, easily. They're not 10%. It's not all about the ABV. I know some that's in the 5s and 6s that's better than this. Some are ales, some are lagers, but it's not always about the ABV. If it is always about the ABV, you might want to check into some programs. But you know, I mean, but really, I shouldn't say that because the higher ABV beers, they do tend to have more, like I say, robustness. It's like a little bit more character or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain, but then after a while, you'd be sick of them. You know, like we were doing Stella Artois, and it's so pleasant. You know, it's 5%. In the long haul, you would rather drink that. You know, it's 5%. You'd rather drink that. You won't get sick of it as fast. You know, with this, you'd be sick of it quick. At 10%, you'd be so, ooh, can't handle it. Even though if it was 100, you'd say the same. Because I did the Bourbon County brand stout, and I did a duo later, and I was drinking the rest of the bottle, and I was like, ooh, it's just nasty. Ooh, can't stand it, you know. It's 100 out of 100. I couldn't stand it, you know. But it wasn't a quality issue. It's just the nature of the product. It just gets so overdone. You know, it's just too much. So, but you say, well, we all know that. Can't be drinking these things all the time. I see one guy, he's always on alcohol eggs, posting every beer he reviews. I wish he would put the score in his the alcohol level. I got to research his own products. But anyway, he I say everything he drinks is at least 8. At least 8. 8, 10, 11, 14, 15. And this, sometimes he'll be posting 2, 3, 4 a night. I say, I don't know how he drinks all this stuff. And then sometimes he'll be making crazy comments like, I'm raw. Yeah, I'm like, okay. I don't know how that's going to work out over time. Probably not. Well, I must say 90, but 9 out of 10. It sounds like it's a failure, right? An A minus. It's hard. It's really hard to gauge it. It's hard to gauge this product. But I'm telling you right now, I would buy it again and I would reevaluate it. And if I see 2023, I'm going to buy it. It's just one of those complicated evaluation. I don't know. I do not know. But on the safe side, I'm going to say 90. I feel like I'm giving it a low score or something. Like it's improperly low. Inaccurately low or something like that. Huh. Do these come in pint cans or 500 milliliter cans? I don't know. So Les Bon Temps Relais. Confounding product this time. But in 11 years, we're going to check it back out. We're going to check it out again. 11 years. I hope it's not 11 years. But anyway, thanks for watching this video production. And I'm going to say Les Bon Temps Relais. Y'all go to Utica, New York. Oh, what a drive. Talk about an out-of-the-way place. And tour the FX Matt Brewery.